Hey guys, Rock and Robbo back with another Hero Colosseum video. This time, as you can see by the title, it was a trolley Tapion deck. I had this weird idea. I'd always wanted a healer in this game, and I didn't know there was one until I was going and buying normal summons to get the last couple of figures I needed. I've completed my collection now. I even got Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so sort of the one that I wanted. So maybe make a deck around him soon. But I had this idea for the deck that never dies. So Piccolo, Vados, the defense form of Vados, and Tapion. So my master is getting 5,000 defense from Piccolo and 30% off their attack from Vados. And any damage my guys are taking, Tapion then heals up for 10% of their health at the end of the turn. This deck, I would like to say, was not built to win a game. This deck was built to see how long I could make a game go on. So credit to my opponent, who stayed for the duration. It was a long game, one of the longer ones I've had for a while. I'd love to see how long I could actually go on if I went against another really defensive deck, and neither of us were able to really do much damage to one another. So like something maybe like a Whis, Vados, and Gogeta maybe, or something. I don't know. I'd just like to see how long you could actually make a game go on for, but nah, slow deck, all up second skills, so Vados already has ridiculous defense and is getting 350 for being at the front and an extra 700 for now going second. She has ridiculous defense, which is stacked on top of her 30% off their attack. It's ridiculous. Also, Piccolo's health is going up every turn because he gets 350 repeatable. By the end of the game, I think without the character skills, he had 3,600 health or something. It was crazy. No, it wasn't 3,000, 2,600? Something like that, I can't remember, but it was crazy. But as you can see, Vados has just been hit by Gotenks and Trunks and has half health left, which will then be healed up. I think she was alive 4 turns maybe? I'm not sure. She doesn't have much health, so when high damage things did go against her, she did still take some damage. So Piccolo took 2,700 from Jiren, not particularly surprising. He does hit incredibly hard, but still, that was only, what, 4,200 damage altogether with a counter attack. Vados isn't going to be able to kill Gotenks. She hasn't got much attack. She actually did more than I expected when he gets his 700 boost to his defense, sort of for being on opposing skill space. So I was reasonably happy with that turn so far. I had been hoping he'd hit my master because there's no way he'd do any damage to it. But Jiren's going to go down here. Yeah, Jiren goes down here, which means Tapion will get a clear hit at the master. Tapion's got reasonable attack for a normal an end figure. He's like the only end figure in the game where I'd actually use, but he's a pretty awesome character. He's another one I wish they had a higher level figure for, but when you put that kind of ability on a figure, you can't limit break him too much, because then you need to add it to make it better. But there's the healing. We've also got ultimate gauge down, so they can't ultimate me. This deck is pretty mean. Ultra Instinct Goku is there in case they do get an ultimate somehow, and Jiren is just there as an 0-1 skiller. Just if you were wondering about the 2 other members. He threw the Golden Freezer down this time, and I kind of understood what it was, because it's an 0-1 skill using Golden Freezer. So the idea was hoping that he would be able to do a lot of damage to Piccolo, and I wouldn't be able to hit him back because he's on his own. So the only damage I would do this turn is a little bit from Vados on his master. Clever idea. Problem is, Piccolo is now up to... He'll have had 2 lots of his passive, so that's 721. He'll have about 3,500 defense at this point. And of course, as I've said before, Vados with the 30% off of his attack. Of Frieza's attack. So even running the 0-1 skills, Frieza is not going to do a lot of damage to Piccolo. So here we go, Frieza gets the attack on and does 1,000 damage. So yeah, that kind of that must suck. I do feel a little bit bad for my opponent here. He was about level 43, was it? Something like that. So fairly experienced, but sort of, I don't think you go online expecting to see a deck that you basically can't kill. Because he's got some pretty heavy hitting figures there with the Future Trunks. He's got the Jiren, he's got a Gotenks, he's got a Broly, although that's not the right Broly to use. Don't use that Broly. Use the attack and speed version. That one's much better. Obviously, Frieza takes no damage here because he's alone on the field, so should really just skip this because I can't do anything. Hasn't Tapion got like an awesome attack animation? I want to use his ultimate at some point. There we go, 10% health back. So Vados is now looking quite healthy again. After taking half her health, she's back over 3,000. Piccolo's over 7,000 health still. And Piccolo has taken hits from an 01 skill Frieza and a Jiren, by the way. Give my opponent a respectful bow there. But, no, this deck is just, it's stupid how hard it is to kill anything in it. This was just for a bit of fun. This deck is not meant to win games. Not at all. I honestly think at this point my opponent didn't really know what to do. Because my stuff is so hard to kill. Especially Piccolo down the centre there, who has got ridiculous health, ridiculous defence, and he's got Tapion healing him at the end of the turn. I did have another idea for a similar sort of deck, but instead of running Vados, I ran Merge Zamasu. So I'd get Zamasu healing 30% of his health back every turn because of his ability, and then Tapion healing 10% with his ability, and I just thought that would be funny. Merge Zamasu that could just never die. Unfortunately, because of his speed boost, there's only so long I could keep using the up second skills before I started going first. So I get an extra hit on the Master here with Piccolo, which I shouldn't have really done in hindsight because I wanted to see how long this game would go on for, and I shouldn't have been trying to do more damage to his Master. Tapion will get a hit in here, but he won't do enough to finish it. Not even with a counter attack I couldn't have finished that, so we have Trunks again hitting Vados for 700. That's a future Trunks on his posing skill square there, which means he has around 5,000 attack, as does the Gotenks, which is another reason why I feel kind of bad for doing this, because these are figures where even in certain matches you see this happen, sort of with a Vados. You expect the killer in 2 turns. Vados has now taken 4 attacks or 5? I think it's 4, isn't it? I think she's been hit twice by Gotenks and twice by Future Trunks. So she's taken 4 attacks now and she's still not dead. Massive 1,000 damage out of Broly. So yeah, this is just mean. I do want to apologise in a way, because this was just a deck that I came up with for a bit of a laugh, bit of a trolley, bit of fun. And there we go, we heal up again to get Vados back to. She's got about 1,400 health now, so she's looking a bit iffy. But I decided to just roll with it, because what else should I do? I think he just goes with the same formation. No, he can't go for the same formation, can he? Because I'd just win. Just put Frieza down the middle? I'm trying to remember what he did. Ah, he went one across the board, okay. So Frieza will die this turn. Future Trunks won't. Broly obviously gets a free hit. And I don't know whether I actually get through Frieza with... No, I must take both of them to take him down. The Spirit Bomb was actually charging as all this was going on. I wasn't paying attention, so... I kept getting high rolls. Like... I mean, I think one turn I even won. Like, why did I keep getting high rolls? I didn't understand it. It was all weird. So my second skill's kicking in there. And we just have to tank a few more hits. This means that this will be attack number 5 that Vados has taken. So here we go. Attack 5. Down to 700 health. It's looking pretty dodgy for Vados at this point. She'll only be up to about 1100 next turn. So there's not a lot I can do to save her. But she did actually survive the 4th turn. I didn't think she survived this turn. And look at that, I just thought, how mean would it be if I had Zamasu in this as well? Just regular Zamasu, so yep, you damaged my master. Oh, no, I'm healed up again. That didn't really bother me. I wasn't, like I say, it wasn't about killing figures, it was about seeing how long my figures could live. How many turns the game could go on for. I actually didn't kill him. No, I did. Tapion hits like a truck with an up second skill on him. He's got a lot of attack. And he's slow, which makes this deck perfect. He only has that one character skill though, which is why I've got the attack up. So ultimate gauge going down again, so he still can't ultimate. I can. So I just roll with it, I just say leave it as it is. I think my opponent at this point finally, I'm not going to say threw in the towel, but sort of resigned himself to it. There we go, 2600, because he threw Gotenks and Trunks on the right to kill Vados. She cannot take an attack from both, unfortunately. So Vados does finally fall on the 5th turn. But it will take 6 or 7 attacks, depending upon whether Future Trunks can kill her on his own. So 6 or 7 attacks to kill Vados of this deck. This is just ridiculous, really. So once again, going second, which kicks in my skills again, making me incredibly hard to kill. Full credit to the guy, to Simone. I'm not sure what your actual name was, I didn't look at it at the start, but what your gamer tag was. But full credit to the guy who stayed in for the entire match. Even when, let's be honest, what I was doing was really dickish, wasn't it? Okay, so Future Trunks isn't going to be able to take down Vados, which means it will take 7 attacks, quite a few of which were counter-attacks as well, to take her down in this deck. That's just crazy. That is just absolutely insane. So, Vados is dead, sadly. RIP. And Broly is going to hit Piccolo for, what, about 300? Oh no, 685, okay. About 1000 damage altogether. Because that's okay. That's totally alright, you know. But that's the extra 350, so, you know, 1100 damage basically. Sort of makes no difference. And the ultimate attack from Piccolo will finish this, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more of my Hero Colosseum videos next. And I'll see you all next time.